Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today we're going to do something really informal. I realized that the last time I properly introduced myself and spoke about myself was on IGTV, and it was almost like 2 years ago or something. So I'm here to do like an updated one. Let's just get into it. I'm going to read out the question and then answer it. So yeah. Okay, so this is not gonna be in any like particular order, but I guess before I actually start, I should first like properly introduce myself. So my name is Shalini Kutti, and if you know me from Instagram, then it's at your Shayness. My name is not Usha, my name is Shalini, but I do prefer Shay. So a lot of people in the comments and like just my friends in my real life also call me Shay. So if you call me Shay, then like it's like a term of endearment for me. So yeah, you can call me Shay. And I am 25 years old. I currently live in Bombay, but I used to live in Chennai for a long part of my life. Like I literally was born in Chennai. I went to school there, which was Sacred Heart Matriculation, which is also known as Church Park. So yeah, I went to school there, and then I did my undergrad at Stella Maris. I did economics, which is also in Chennai, by the way. Then for my postgrad, I went to the UK. I went to the University of Warwick to study MSc International Business. And then once I finished that, I came back home because I did not find work in the UK. And when I came back home, I found like an opportunity at the company that I currently work with. So I'll get into that because I think it is one of the questions you guys have asked me a bit later. So the first question is a very basic question, but someone says, are you a coffee person? What kind of coffee do you drink? I am a coffee person, but I also really like tea. My preferred order is a latte because it is the milkiest kind of coffee. So yeah, I get a latte, and if the cafe like usually puts 2 shots of coffee in the latte, then I ask them to put one, like make it with one single shot, because I don't like very strong coffee. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Okay, someone says, how am I so good at time management? Okay, so I think that the way to answer this is to first like say that I have a tick, like I just have this like operation, like system of operation, I guess. I don't know what the actual term is, but I just need to be busy all the time, like regardless of, even if I have like a free day, I find work for myself, or like I give myself stuff to do, and it's not really healthy, which is why I'm calling it a tick. It's not very healthy, it's not really like sustainable, but I find myself like getting a lot of my sense of purpose from the work that I do, and also how much work I do. So yeah, again, like I said, it's not healthy, but because of that, I find myself like doing work even when I'm doing something else. Like even when I'm resting, I'm doing something related to work, and so I find it really easy to manage my time actually. And thankfully, I guess like I'm just innately built as a disciplined person. Like I don't find it difficult to stick with the same tasks over and over again, or like I don't find it difficult to wake up in the morning and go to bed at the same time. Like these kind of things may be like really hard for certain people, but to me it's always come like really easy. Maybe it's also just the way that like I grew up. I am able to fit a lot of stuff into my day because of that, because I'm like innately not able to just sit still and just enjoy silence, or like enjoy not having work. So yeah, it's a pro and a con. Someone is asking, does your peers' life timeline and achievements ever get to you? Yes, it very much does. I think by peers, I would clarify that the peers I'm thinking of are only Instagram people. It's never people in my own like personal life. It's not people that I know offline. It's very rarely people that I know offline, but it's usually just Instagram and like social media people. And I think that again, it's not healthy. Like I know that I shouldn't compare myself to those people, but then like just as a function of living in 2022, I think it invariably just happens. Next question is, how do you keep time for workout in a busy schedule? So honestly, I have stopped working out in the past like 4 months. Like since 2022 started, I have not been working out at all. I've just been having like a really hard time mentally, and I feel like I had to compromise on something in my life, and I did not want it to be like Instagram. I didn't want it to be like my job, because those things made me really, really happy, and I was just anyway in a rut with my workout. I was not enjoying it that much, so I think I just innately decided that I'm not gonna like try to work out so much. But when I did used to do it, I think I did it as the first thing in the morning, so that it's out of the way and I can then focus on other things throughout the day. And I really love having my evenings completely free. Even though I don't know how to rest, I like having my evenings free, so that if I wanted to rest or if I want to binge on some Netflix show, I have the freedom to do that in the evening as opposed to the morning, because I just know that I'm a more like productive person in the morning than in the evening. Someone says, how did you start working for Faye? So like I was saying in the beginning, like the introductory part of this Q&A, I guess, I came back from the UK after my postgrad, and I went back home to Chennai, and I was like actively looking for work, and that's when I came across like an internship on this website called Internshala that I used like many years earlier than that for like some other random like remote internship that I was doing. So I found this internship for Faye, and it was like at the stage when Faye wasn't even Faye. Like there was a name for the brand, but the brand had not launched yet, nothing, like there was no information about the brand at all. But I had found it, and then I spoke to Karishma, who's the founder, on like an interview call, and on that call we kind of like spoke about just the beauty landscape in India at that time, which was like 3 years ago. And she felt like I thought about beauty in the very like same sense as she did, which is then when I like came to Bombay, I visited the office, and like I felt like, okay, yeah, I could like take this on at least as an internship. So then I started it as an intern, but then I think like 3-6 months down the line, it became a full-time role very quickly, and then since then I've just been like, you know, staying. I mean, I've been at the same job, but a really good thing that like worked out in my favor for because I joined so early on was that I was really able to like carve out the role for myself. So if you don't know, I had the design and community engagement team at Faye, which means that a lot of the brand design, the brand communication, the brand content, all of that comes from me. So that includes social media, that includes newsletters, includes website design, website communication, literally like almost all of the like touch and feel points that you have with the brand will come in some way through me. So yeah, that's what I do. And because I joined so early on, I was really able to like demarcate where I can add value and where I cannot. So that's how I started at Faye, and that's also currently what I do at Faye. Someone says, do you speak Tamil? Also tell us about your Chennai days. I don't know how I can just like randomly start speaking about Chennai days, but yeah, I love Chennai. I grew up there, right? So it's like home for me. Yes, I can speak Tamil. I can actually speak 5 languages. So if you don't know, I'm a Saurashtrian, which is like a separate community. We speak a separate language. We are like very few in number in the world, and so that means I speak Saurashtrian. I can obviously speak English. I can also speak Tamil really well. I can speak Hindi now kind of well. Since I moved to Bombay, I've kind of learned it, and then I can also speak a little bit of German. Okay, how are you managing migraines with work? So in case you don't know, I get migraines very frequently. Over the years, it's kind of like become a little less frequent because I've learned how to manage it better. The thing that like has helped me like 99% is managing my triggers. Like I know for a fact that if I don't drink enough water, I get a migraine. If I go out like in hot sun, I get a headache. I know that if I wash my hair and don't dry my hair quickly, then I get a headache. If I don't eat properly, I get a headache. So if I like manage these 4-5 like triggers that I know to be triggers, then usually my migraines are like really not that significant. But sometimes now when I do get them, I've like found this YouTube video that really helps me a lot, which is called binaural beats. The way I understand it is like it's like a sound, like when you listen to that video, your brain produces a particular frequency that like usually it doesn't produce, and that frequency like helps your migraine heal or headache heal. but yeah, that has been helping me loads. And another thing is like axe oil really helps me. Sometimes steaming my face, like having a hot shower or steaming my face really helps. It like just opens up like I don't know what in my head, but it just works. And obviously medicines, like I'm not going to mention the medicine specifically, you should consult your doctor, but yeah, medicines help me. Okay, so the next question I have is, how do you motivate yourself to complete all the tasks from your bujo? So I don't ever complete all the tasks in my bujo, and I don't give myself shit for it, because at the start of the day I write out like a ridiculous number of things that I need to achieve. Like the list that I have going on for today is also like so long that I know it's like just humanly impossible. So even though I write it there, I don't write it there with the anticipation that I'm all finished that I'm gonna finish all of it that particular day, and I give myself the freedom to like move some of those tasks to the next day or like subsequent days. So it's not that I ever finish all of them. What kind of person am I at parties? I think it depends on the kind of party I'm at, but usually I'm the quiet, aloof one that doesn't know who to talk to. Yeah, I get really kind of awkward at parties, and I find my like one or two people, one person or two persons, and I like stick to them the whole party. But yeah, I become really quiet and kind of antisocial, which a lot of people think is me being rude. Is not. It's just because I'm like awkward. How do I deal with procrastination? I don't. I am the kind of person to just finish a task as soon as I get it, because leaving it gives me anxiety, which is also, I guess, why I'm able to do so much, because when I get assigned or give myself a certain thing to do, I do it as quickly as possible, and then that frees up time to do other things, if that makes sense. If someone says what qualities would I look for in a partner, I would look for humor. I would look for understanding, like someone that really like understands who I am as a person, and someone who is driven. Okay, so I think this is gonna be the last question I'm gonna answer. Okay, two last questions. Okay, someone says Mac versus Windows, what's your preference and why? Mac all the way. Like I feel like I entered the Apple ecosystem really early on. I have not owned a Windows laptop since like I've not used a Windows computer since I think 10th standard, and I'm like 25 now, so I don't even know what it's like to own a Windows laptop. My brother, oh by the way, I have a sibling. I have a younger brother. He's in the UK right now. He's studying. He has a Windows laptop and he brought it home recently. And I was like, how does this work? I just could not figure out, like the operating system was so different. So yeah, I think definitely Mac. I think it's just what I'm used to. And then the last question is, I see a lot of people, a lot of influencers do not take criticism that well. Does it affect you? I think it depends on the kind of criticism. Sorry about the noise. I think it depends on the kind of criticism I'm getting. If the criticism is like based on something, then I think I will take it well. And also it has to be like typed out or written in the right sense. It shouldn't, like, I don't know how to explain this, but basically the tone shouldn't be like rude or assuming things, or like just unnecessarily being mean to me. Then it wouldn't be something I will take nicely. But if it is like positive feedback, or what is that word, constructive feedback, and if it's actually constructive and not just like their opinion being like hidden behind this like veil, and it's actually just them being rude, then I wouldn't take that very well. I think with that, we're done with this little Q&A. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very different. I don't think I've talked this much at a camera in so long. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, ask me any further questions you have about me or like makeup, anything in the comments. I'll be happy to answer it for you, and I will see you next Saturday. If you can't wait and you can't get enough of me, then join me on Instagram. It's literally just the same as my YouTube, so yeah, just find me on Instagram and I'll see you soon. Bye.